Yes, friends. Today I'm going to tell you the strength of different pillars of immune system. Till now I told you about the weaknesses, but let's not take a negative approach. Let's not take a negative approach. Let's take a positive approach. When I say we were missing commandos, T cells, CD8 T cells, and I was saying CD4 only produce antibodies, CD8 are the killer cells. So let's see what is their significance, what is the scenario, what is their landscape. Let's see that. Well, these are commandos which have been underutilized. They're called T cells, underutilized. They're untouched by many of the vaccines. Let's recall the difference between B cells and T cells. B cells only prevent virus from entering the cell. In fact, and T cells destroy the cells and prevent consequences of it, that is transmission to other people. Therefore, again recalling the same story, here you can see this is the antibody trying to bind that and preventing the entry into the cell, and these are the through granzyme and perforin that destroy the cell infected cells. So viruses are killed that way. Same thing in a bigger form. Now this is a comparative article produced in the journal called Vaccines. This NPJ means Nature's Profile of Journals. Nature, the same strong, scientifically based journal that has published a very SARS-CoV-2 vaccines study, a comprehensive review. This is a comparative, different type of mRNA vaccine, replication defective vaccine, inactivated pathogen vaccine, protein subunit vaccine, and virus-like particles also. You will find, I have gone through all those things, you will find that there are only 5 vaccines which stimulate CD8 cells, rest are CD4 cells, and 3 are published articles and 2 are also claimed to CD8. In fact, you will take them. I'll show you by graph. So if that is true, then only 5 out of 13 vaccines which have been reviewed. So CD8 cells are not being reviewed properly, not being utilized properly by the vaccine stimulation. So we can conclude that this has been underutilized. Now these are the graphs published in the journals. This yellow color, golden yellow color is the CD8. Okay, there everything is there: binding, antibody binding, graph, life. But I am concentrating on this. Now this is Moderna. Pfizer, there is no stimulation. They claim it, but it's low, very, very low. Here it is a very high level. It produces the thing, very high level, Moderna. But AstraZeneca, this is vector-borne. But vector is a adenovirus, which is chimpanzee adenovirus. Here, what happens that the spike protein is being genetically engineered through their DNA. AstraZeneca, same thing happens with Sputnik, which is also vector-borne, and also you find that for some reason other vaccines are not producing any of these stimulation. Okay? And in New England Journal of Medicine, it has shown that mRNA vaccine like Moderna does produce some CD8 stimulation, but at a very high non-clinical dose, which is not given. Therefore, we find that the vaccines, majority of the vaccines, in fact, 5 out of 13 only, means 8 vaccines are not able to evoke CD8 T cells responses. And therefore, if innate immunity is not being stimulated, CD8 is not being stimulated, and IgA is not being stimulated. So vaccine are focusing here. What happens? We have a lopsided system of vaccine. So it cannot give you protection, total protection. Thank you.